What would you do if after a near-death experience and with some evidence you believed you were immortal, that your once mundane existence had now been given some special new importance? That your purpose in life was to no longer just simply live or to be a father and husband, but to help others in ways that many might find questionable? Peter Weir's 1993 drama Fearless attempts to explore such challenging questions and is assisted greatly by the casting of Jeff Bridges in the lead role, who gives one of the strongest performances of his career. The story revolves around Max, one of only a handful of survivors of a horrific intercity plane crash. The crash leaves Max taking on an aura of bizarre calm, changing his personality into a prophet-like figure who must help the other passengers come to terms with their grief. He befriends fellow survivor Carla, played by Rosie Perez, who is distraught and in deep mourning after the loss of her baby boy. Through his questionable methods, Klein helps Laura come to terms with her son's death, enabling her to move on from the traumatic experience of the crash. However, psychiatrist Dr. Perlman believes that Max is in denial about the incident and sees his newfound belief that he is invincible as a sign that he is dangerously deluded. Fearless is a film about trauma and how we as human beings choose to deal with such tragic events in our lives. Max's utter denial about the dangers his superhuman beliefs hold show a man crippled by doubt and insecurity. Despite his outer appearance, Bridges delicately balances his performance from between sheer arrogance to one of absolute dread, all the while making us question if he is right and those around him are wrong. Moments such as when Max stands on the roof of a tall building emphasize the lengths he is willing to go to run away from facing the reality of the crash and add greatly to the strained relationship he now has with his wife and son. Some of Weir's strongest work as a director can be seen in Fearless, with the epic climax depicting the crash being one of the best set pieces he has ever constructed. A beautiful montage of shots combined with composer Henryk Górecki's symphony of sorrowful songs makes the sequence one of my favorite cinematic moments of all time, elevating the narrative's ending to an emotional climax rather than just one of spectacle. The film was a box office bomb upon release and is sadly one of the least well-known films from Weir's oeuvre. But its central themes of grief and trauma and how we as individuals come to terms with such feelings makes the story timeless, showing us as the viewer how facing our fears and denials is a cathartic growing experience, one that, although might be unpleasant at first, helps us to learn from our mistakes and become stronger individuals if we, too, choose to become fearless when addressing them.